go on a bike ride later.
Okay, so now we've done the base German gray. So the pieces have changed color quite a bit. And actually these road wheels and tread were in separate bags. One thing I noticed I don't like already, if I compare it to Tamiya, when I did my Tamiya Tiger tank, which was years ago, it came with rubber tracks. Had a lot of problems with those, but they look a lot more realistic than what I see here so far. And it looks like these tracks are going to be a pain in the butt to put together. Look at this. So, let's grab this. Look at that. Not to mention the fact that they're rigid. So it's going to look kind of, you know, not exactly real, but that's okay. We'll see what we can do. I'm going to try and work on this and get it to look real nice. So anyway, so that's the painting. That's the base German gray. It's probably going to be a very simple camouflage. We're going to do base German gray. And my son liked the olive yellow camouflage that we found on one of the tanks that we looked at online. I think it was from the Eastern Front, 1943 or 1944, I can't remember. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to try to emulate. So, once again, I'll keep you guys posted on my next step. Alright, out. So now, I'm working on the model. Slow progress, actually. Just barely, kind of, sort of, have worked a little bit here on the, what we'll call the hull of the tank. I've got this back piece, and I decided to go ahead and use the Zimmerit because it looks cooler. Of course, I was having some trouble with the glue because I had painted everything as I showed you earlier, and but now it's working. Scraped a little bit off, working good, looking good, and I'll do another report as I continue. Next thing is the road wheels. Okay, so there we are. Here we got just the engine done now, and we're going to save the tracks till after we get more done of the turret and everything up above here. So there we are right now. All right. Okay, this is where we're at now. I'm doing the Zimmerit, I decided. We've got the top of the hole done. And the next thing we're going to be doing is working on probably the wheels. The tracks, actually, I'm sorry. And so that's where I'm at right now with this. So, again, we're progressing slowly but surely. After I get the tracks, I may do the camo next. Problem is I don't have the colors I want. Like I said, I've got a few colors. We'll do that. We'll figure that out all later. But right now, this is where we are. And I'll put up another, I'll be putting more here in a minute. Well, not a minute, but I'll be doing more video as we continue along in the process on our Tiger tank. All right. Okay, so right now we're over here at the next stage here. I've just put the top of the hole of the tank on, so it's getting a lot closer. Probably the next step I'm going to do is probably do some painting. Probably do some camo with the colors I do have available, which is kind of limited, so I'm going to have to try to make my best out of that. But there she is. She's coming along. There we go. All right. Camouflage and then tracks. Camouflage is next, and then tracks. Okay, so here we are now. I've got the turret almost done here. That was the most difficult thing, was that machine gun mount. Oh my goodness. It actually broke and I had to re-rig it, but it came out pretty decent. Sure would be nice if my camera would focus, that'd be another story. But anyways, so this is where I'm at now. I'm detailing up the turret. And we'll see what comes next. I've still got all this here. And there we are. So anyways, there's the turret. And we got it. And we're missing one handle that broke. It needs to go on that hatch. And I'm going to have to nigger rig something. Excuse my language. Rig something up. There we go. And that's it. We're getting the back, the hull. Got some work done here. The headlamps. And again, the turret. And so that's where I'm at right now. Okay, just finished working on the camo. I think it looks pretty darn good. Came out pretty nice. I used a medium green, I believe that was. And it looks good. Get your hand out of the way. Thank you, son. And still having a problem with that front driving wheel here at the top. This big guy keeps coming off. I'm going to have to fix him again. But camo's done. Looks pretty nice. I'm going to be doing some more exterior work. Big words. And that's it. So we'll see what happens next. Okay, next step. Got everything done here on the surface. Need a couple little details still. Have not decided what else we're going to do, but right now everything is done. And I've got a couple little things left to do, and then we got to deal with the tracks. I think are going to be the hardest thing on here, but it's looking really nice, as you can see. There we go. So there it is again, looking good. All right, after a little bit of a struggle with some issues with the turret, we have got the turret now mounted to the hull, as you can see. There we go. And there you have it. Okay, we have now gotten to pretty much the end here. I'm going to be doing decals and hopefully getting them a little bit dusty looking so they don't look too unnatural. But I do, mute it. But I do have to say that these tracks that came with this model are probably the stupidest tracks or track design that I have ever seen.
Most idiotic.
Absolutely ridiculous. Totally... just almost impossible, at least for me, to put together. I couldn't believe how much fighting I was in with these pieces, so I gave up. What I did, though, is fortunately I went and looked and rated my old model kits here, and I found that I have indeed a Panther tank that had tracks that were still in good service condition, and I have now taken those from the Panther and have applied them to my Tiger. Now, it doesn't look quite right yet. I'm still working on getting them balanced. But it is a far cry from the nonsense that was included with this kit. So if you ever pick up this kit, expect to have trouble. Of course, that could just be me. Thanks for the thumbs down. And there it is, though. So we're pretty much here at the end, and it's looking pretty tough. Oh! And I'm going to do a little bit more detailing here. We're going to try and finish things up. Maybe I'll get this done by today. This has taken me over about 10 days now of constant work every day. A little bit of work every day, a little bit of work. And there you can see, so I'm going to have to do some work on the tracks though in the back. See how they're crooked. Got some problems up here in the front as well. And so I'll be working on that. So we'll be coming back. There you go. Okay, this is where we're at now. I'm putting on these side pieces here. I'm using some stuff to keep it in place. But that is the last piece, basically. So we have I finished it for now. And so it doesn't look too bad. So overall, I give this a pretty good rating. I'm going to do more work. We're going to have one more video, or at least maybe two. And what I'll do is, of course, I'm going to probably, after it dries eventually here, I'm going to be doing the decals and final paint. So it is almost done. I hope you guys like it. I like it. Looks pretty good. And there we have it. Alright, here we go. There we go. So we're going to do armor here. Well, we'll chain the links for the tracks are going to go here on the side of the turret and the other side of the turret, and then we still need to do the markings. Now I've got two markings that we're probably going to do. I want to do the griffin, but my son wants to do the little dinosaur, so we're going to figure out where to put those. I'm also going to do some light camo. I'm thinking brown maybe on the side guards there, if that's what they're called exactly. I don't know the exact terminology. But those guys are drying right now. After I do that, I'm going to dust the decals. Probably, I'm not sure with what, but I'm going to dust them up so they don't look all glossy and shiny. And I'm going to have my son go up in the attic later on, and we're going to do some plant camo from our train stuff. And that's about it right now, where we're at right now. Right now, we're basically just waiting for these last pieces to dry. Okay. Yep. Alright, there we are. This is it. Next step is decals. So we're going to wait for this to dry, these last side protection armor pieces here. It's drying right now. We did a little improv camo on it. And this is it. Came out pretty nice. We'll do the decals next. And that's going to be it for our model. There we go. Decals are done. Got the cool griffin mounted there. Ooh. Jagger got crooked. There we go. And there we go. And that is the Panzerkampfwagen 1. And there we go. That's it, guys. That's the tank. Of course, you can see I did extra stuff to it. And that's it. There we go. Done. The tracks were stupid, but they've been repaired with the Panther tank, the Tamiya Panther tank. And that'll work. Looks pretty tough. There we go. And there we go. Oop, and there we go.